It's homecoming tonight in Tucson as former FC Tucson head coach Darren Sawatsky returns to the old stomping grounds with his surging Richmond Kickers as FC Tucson hosts their first home match in about a month. Tonight's action presented by Vantage West Credit Union. I'm Chris Makoviak, and late night League One action tonight for those watching in the River City, but really prime time here in the state of Arizona. Our Clear Channel League One standings in front of us. Fort Lauderdale and Chattanooga just going final, 1-1 that result. And of course, Richmond Kickers up there at the 2 spot, trying to keep pace with the Greenville Triumph after their victory over Tormenta last night. And FC Tucson trying to get some points as they return home here this evening. Shaq Adams has been a big part of the positives so far for Tucson here in 2020. He's our Body Central player to watch for tonight's action. Has had a goal in each of the last 3 matches, and what his head coach John Gallus is hoping is that they can take some of those positives on the road, not really getting the results they want, but take them here at home. And one certainly to keep an eye on is Shaq Adams. He will be key on the offensive end with his 1v1 ability to put it into the back of the net. On the other side, Riley Kraft is the name really to know for the Richmond Kickers so far here in 2020. And in the last 2, getting the game-winning goal for the Kickers, 6 points on his 2 tallies alone for his side. He's our Body Central player to watch for the Kickers. 8 created chances, and Darren Sawatsky telling us that really he attributes his success to the work he put in during the stoppage in play off the field, really working on his body composition to be strong and be able to battle in the midfield to win possession out there for the Kickers. Sawatsky back in Tucson, trying to keep the streak alive, 5 unbeaten in there for the Kickers. Well, of course, Gallus and Tucson trying to start a streak of their own back at home. It's up next here from Tucson.
Us just what he's all about, and Danny Crutzen showing exactly why. Coming in the right side, cross straight across the box and into the back of the net.
Life is full of chores, but shopping for your next vehicle shouldn't be one of them. Add-ons. Find out your trade-in value, calculate your monthly payment, and even have that new ride delivered right to your front door. Visit us today at ChapmanTucson.com.
Welcome back here to the Keno Sports Complex as we get set for Tucson and the Richmond Kickers to do battle in our match presented by Vantage West Credit Union. John Gallus, of course, famous for his time in USL League 2 with Lane United at their helm, battling his former head coach last season, an assistant under Darren Sawatsky. Here's his starting 11. Sam Beek back in there along with Logue on the back line. Those two, of course, the partners in the first 2 matches of the season. Beek unfortunately out the last few due to a non-COVID related ailment, but he is back tonight, and that surely will add some good stability to the back line for FC Tucson against one of the top offenses here in USL League 1. Darren Sawatsky, the man in black, back here in Tucson facing the men in black, and he will be looking to continue that streak for the Richmond Kickers that has gotten them all the way up to the second position here in USL League One, now 6 points behind the Greenville Triumph. Terzaghi again at the top of this formation, up there among the Golden Boot race, entering this match with his 5 goals on the season. Well, a powerful moment of unity between the two competitors, FC Tucson and the Richmond Kickers, in front of us now. The United Soccer League All-12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. And there are the men in black with Carlos Morancio behind them, their keeper in this recent stretch with his 11 saves. And for Tucson, really all about transitioning those positives from their road matches. 5 of their first 6 on the road, only getting 6 points out of it, but now at home, including tonight, 5 of their next 6 at home. A real opportunity for John Gauss and his side to launch up the table and put some pressure on the other teams, including in the white and red here tonight, the Richmond Kickers. Greenville Triumph, 2 straight losses, including 1 last Saturday to the Richmond Kickers, but getting the 3 points last night, putting a little bit more pressure on Sawatsky and the Kickers to get 3 points this evening. Our injury report presented by Body Central. 2 players out tonight for each side, and it's Manana Rivera out there for FC Tucson, and then DuBose for the Richmond Kickers, but not too large of a list compared to some other clubs here in League One. When you hit the halfway point of the season, that's actually a solid list to have for either side. Waiting for the whistle from referee Alan Martinez Loyola. And we're underway here from Tucson. The Richmond Kickers taking on FC Tucson. Should be a high-flying battle here in Keno North Stadium. I'm Chris McCovic again, bringing you the action tonight here on ESPN Plus for those tuning in the River City, Richmond, Virginia. Also on CBS 6.3. Out of play, and it will be a throw-in on the near side for the men in black. Again, these two teams facing off recently on August 15th. It was a 2-0 first half lead for the Richmond Kickers. Tucson did find one late, but was not enough to come back in that match. But Sawatsky did praise his opponent in that match, saying that they really took it to them in the later stages of the match. Tucson hoping not to be in that situation again today as the flag goes up here. Morancio was there to cover anyway in the first minute of action. Sawatsky making yet another homecoming this season. Richmond recently facing New England 2 at Gillette Stadium. Of course, Sawatsky started his MLS career with New England in the mid-90s. And now back where he coached last season following his time with the Seattle Sounders. This ball over the top, Liati headed away by Fitzgerald, and luckily for him, Wahab Akwe is over there. Akwe getting the start at right back. Ian Antley getting 2 yellows, equaling a red in the home victory over the Greenville Triumph. Kyle Venter as well making his journey back to Tucson. He was a critical part for Tucson in last year's campaign. Bolaños bringing the speed down the left wing, getting his 3rd start of the season today. 7 created chances, 1 assist so far. Sam Beek back out there, of course, as I mentioned, for FC Tucson. German player at 23 years old. 4 interceptions in his 2 starts to begin the year. It's been a bit of a rotation since then. Valenzuela, Charlie Booth, both seeing time there. Key figure Ellie Velton is on the bench to start today for FC Tucson. He leads the team with 13 created chances, 2 assists along with that. He's someone that John Gallis says he's tried in the number 10 role. He and Alarcon were actually the fullbacks to start the season for FC Tucson, but they've been moved up the field to try to ignite this offense a bit. John Gallis saying part of that is they are players that like to lean more towards the attacking aspect of the game, but also the play of Tommy Silva, the young product on an academy contract. Slated to play with UCLA for his college soccer, but of course the pandemic complicating things just a bit. But John Gallis has been very impressed by his play, and he's going to be with the team at least through the end of the month. This ball lofted ahead, brought down by Magales. A nice touch by the center back of Richmond. And Esteban Galvo at the other right back slot. Player that sticks to his position defensively, but John Gallis saying they're trying to get him to move up the field a bit more along the wing, especially here at home at Keno North Stadium. A wide pitch that certainly these two teams will love to run around on. Here's Ramon Howe making his 7th appearance of the season. Kraft. Here's Matt Bolduck. Bit of success for Bolduck against the Triumph this season. And a goal in their first matchup. The assist in the second matchup. Really finding his time well on that right wing. Now Bolaños on the left around Calvo. He'll have to retreat, but too heavy of a touch. Sends it out of play. Carlos Morancio once again between the pipes. So kick it out of the back to Summersall. Sawatsky telling us this week in our call that really it's just another game for this one, not thinking too much about the emotions of this match. John Gallis saying on the other end that the two coaches here in League One do talk on occasion, but they do keep it professional with respect to the pitch, mostly talking about how they are dealing with the pandemic with their respective clubs, or of course checking in on family and as friends. Back on the attack come the Kickers. Here's what Bolduck can do. Great on the 1v1 ability, but not fooling Charlie Dennis in that regard. Cuomo getting the start today. He tried to work it back in there, but it is cleared. Hob Akwe at that right back spot. He was the starter to begin the season. Had a weird spot there with Greenville that I'm suspended for 2 matches. There's John Gallis, the head coach of FC Tucson. Worked under Sawatsky last year. In his press conference with local media yesterday, called this one a must-win, and he wants his side to approach it like a cup final. Said that really he's trying to lower the pressure of the battle with Sawatsky and the high-flying Kickers here in League One by trying to play that more spoiler mentality. And of course hoping that spoiler mentality to try to get a quote-unquote upset early on in the season in the table to spur on a streak of their own with, including tonight, 5 of their next 6 here at home. Summersall goes down. It was a similar stretch we saw last year late in the season for FC Tucson when some work was being done on the field here in the Keno Sports Complex. A lot of matches at home in the second half of the season. Couldn't really take full advantage of that. Ended up not making the playoffs, but hoping things are different here in 2020 as Logue steps up here. Knocked out of play and back over to the Richmond Kickers. Kickers tied 4th in offensive production, 1.5 goals per game. Not a team with a ton of chances overall, 8.3 shots per game. That's tied for 7th in the league, 3.5 shots on goal among that. Just 9th overall, but taking their chances well and shooting efficiently, 18% their shot percentage. That's 2nd overall. Alarcon works this out of play. He'll be on the right wing for today's action. The Spaniard tied with Eli Velton for the top mark in created chances with 13. He's 1 assist this season, coming in that comeback victory against Fort Lauderdale. Terzaghi on the left wing floats it in there. Back over and wide from Bolduck. Last time we saw Morancio in this stadium, he was really bunkered in against Union Omaha. Came up with 3 brilliant saves in the first half to keep FC Tucson in the match. Unfortunately, they did lose that one by the 2-1 scoreline. Eric Bergen getting one in late. 2-1 has been the theme the score line for both of these sides this season. Tucson seeing that score line in 4 different results. Richmond in their last 3 matches winning all 3 2-1. Kind of a weird storyline as that's worked out a play by Cuomo. Corner kick for Tucson. But Darren Sawatsky telling us that really all he cares about is that his team getting more goals than the opponent. You have to feel that for a team as hot as they are. This corner kick presented by Vantage West Credit Union here in the 9th minute. Tommy Silva over the ball, the Tucson native. Silva, this one, good hang time on it. Beak keeps it alive, but a foul is called, and is that a PK? Indeed it is. Right down to the spot. Magali pleading there. Not often out of the mess in the box to see a PK, but we do have one. And it seemed like Magalhaes there, falling into the back of his opponent. And Tucson will take that every time. A replays tonight presented by Vantage West Credit Union, and just like that, Alarcon is over the spot, and Tucson a chance to put one back behind Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald 18 saves this season in his 6 starts. He'll need a big one here in the 10th minute. Alarcon. Alarcon, the power, puts it in. FC Tucson on the board here at home. Alarcon, his 2nd of the campaign. Taking a look on the Vantage West Credit Union replay. A nicely taken penalty kick. Tucson missed their only other opportunity this season that came at Chattanooga, but they convert that one. Alarcon from the spot. And that goal presented by Alarcon and Cicharo. What a start, a dream one for FC Tucson. Not really so for the Richmond Kickers. Ball down the field, Bolaños trying to respond quickly, but nicely taken in the end by the Tucson defense. Out of play. That goal for Tucson, their 2nd in the first 15 minutes of a match this season. Logue knocks it down the field for the Richmond Kickers. That's actually their first goal conceded to start a match. They're usually the ones scoring. They have 3 goals in the first 15 minutes of matches this season, but now trying to respond. Scored first against Greenville last Saturday. Now they'll have to find the equalizer. Calvo going down. The foul was called on Bolaños here in the 13th. Now, Tucson, they do have 1.5 goals per game this season, helping out that average. Certainly the 4 goals they put out there on Orlando City B a few weeks ago. It's goal number 10 on their season. Trying to find some more here. A throw in the other way to Akwe. Tucson, perfect record, 1-0 this season when scoring first. Of course, their other win this season that come from behind victory against Fort Lauderdale. Richmond, their lone loss when conceding first. And that was against the Greenville Triumph. That was their season opener back on July 25th. So you can see the importance of them scoring first on this recent run. Unbeaten in their last 5 since that point. Over the top, Bolaños after it, but it goes out of play. And Sawatsky telling us this week that he wants his team to see some more possession in these matches. He, of course, isn't going to frown upon the recent results. They're 4-1-1, but at the same time, he really thinks their best play is to come based on what he's seen in practice. That includes the possession game. Been a bit of a counterattacking squad in certain regards. Right there, seeing a bit of the ball. Long ball, bounces free. Shaq Adams on the run around Aquay. Adams puts it in. Tucson strikes for a second here in the 15th. Tucson is reigning this homecoming battle right now. On the Vantage West Credit Union replay, Adams, our player to watch, puts it in, and that's a 4th straight match now for Shaq Adams, putting one in the net. That goal, of course, presented by Shaq Adams and Cicharo. And Richmond in a tough spot here. Down by 2 on the road, just like that. Shaq Adams, drafted by Nashville SC in this year's MLS Super Draft. Let go in February, and there's John Gallus that pounced on the opportunity to bring him in, and he has shown well with his speed, and you saw the Jets there. Bolduc puts it in, no one there though. Calvo has to clear, he does just in time. Pressure from Bolaños. Not a spot Richmond has really been in this season. They trailed by 2 late in the match against Greenville back on July 25th, 3-1. They found another late in that match from Terzaghi. One of the teams that has been so strong this season in the first half defensively. Foul is given away here, a free kick to the Kickers. They will get their chances tonight. Tucson, 8th in the league in shots per game allowed at 10.2. Allowing about 4.5 shots on target per game on the Vantage West Credit Union. Bolaños going down. Ball sent in and headed away by Venter, trying to get the shot off. The men in black right now, leading 2-0 over the coach in black, and Darren Sawatsky. As Alarcon goes down the right wing. Now a play for a throw-in. Howe lays it off. Dennis fires a low one, and Fitzgerald is there making the save. Charlie Dennis, of course, the former man of Tormenta, 2 assists this season. He's working that central midfield with Ramon Howe to start today. Nice back heel there. Richmond trying to find some room. Silva gets it back. And a late whistle coming in as Terzaghi went down. Again, our head official, Alan Martinez Loyola. Kraft over the ball. We're scoring in the last 2 matches for Richmond. Trying to be on the other end here with his 8 created chances. Ball sent in, but Morancio grabs it out of the air. Morancio, 41 saves in his 13 starts. Last year for FC Tucson, had his first start in June. Summersall coming to the back. St. Kitts, a Nevis native. 8 caps for their national team out of play, and Matt Bolduc will take it. Richmond through the back. Out of play and back over to Tucson. So 2 goals early, not enough time to get to our keys to the game, presented by Chapman Automotive Group. Find out how you can make the most of this home field advantage. Visit ChapmanTucson.com. And Tucson wanting to embrace that role of spoiler bit. Well, they have so far with 2 goals back at home now. And certainly making the most of it, to say the least, to go along with that key. For Richmond, trying to direct the match with their really direct style of play and getting some possession on the ball. Trying to phase away some of the emotions of this game. As this long ball comes, Liotti off the crossbar and still alive in play. And the Tucson offense still, for some reason, does not want us to talk about our Chapman keys to the game, but there's another shot for them, almost another goal. And on the Vantage West Credit Union replay, see how quick these forwards are for Tucson, and nearly Liotti chipping Fitzgerald, trying to find his 4th of the season. Liotti playing with Saginaw Valley State in NCAA Division II for his college play, a native of Michigan. Now 22 years old. Tommy Silva with the throw-in on the far side. Came up through the RSL Academy, U17s and U19s. RSL, of course, up in Utah, but they do have a branch of their academy here in Arizona. Aquay back over to Venter. Off of Liotti, this somehow stays in play. and then goes out to Terzaghi. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. The Select ball right back to the Kickers as they work some possession here in the 24th. If you're just joining us, 2 goals for Tucson in the first 15 minutes. First it was Alarcon from the penalty spot, and then Adams on the run in the counter. Once again, a set piece for the Richmond Kickers. It's Kraft on the end of this one. Kickers, just 1 shot so far. Kraft sends it in. Headed away, rising there was Dennis. Alarcon fighting, goes down. Quickly taken, here comes Tucson. Somersault picking up his head. Alarcon splitting the middle. He goes down, foul called. Falk, some frustration there. Falk and Kraft, really the rulers of the midfield for Richmond this season. Falk, a native of Sweden. Actually was out west for his final years of collegiate play at UC Irvine. Gives up the foul here, though. Alarcon over it. 1 goal tonight. He won't find the assist there. Over to Howe. Stepping up. Silva works it in. Headed back. Beek steps up. McGallhays gets it off his opposite center back, and it's a goal kick for Fitzgerald. Tucson, their first home match in about a month. Last time we were with you here was August 8th against Union Omaha. Unfortunately, a loss for Tucson, but they've been on the road 5 of the first 6 matches of the season. Take a look at what has happened in the past month here in 2020. NBA games, 94 happening in the bubble over in Orlando. But a real perspective on how much they have traveled, but away from that, how much they have not been able to enjoy their home field. That's what they get to do now. 5 of their next 6, including tonight at home. But keep in mind with that, beginning on the 12th, they will then have 5 matches in 15 days. So kind of a balancing act there for John Gallus. We'll have to see how he handles it with squad rotation plus the opportunities here at home. Ball was played quickly, but goes out there for Bolduc, and it's back over to Tucson. Silva stuck in a tight situation. He'll work it out of the back. Liotti fighting for all the balls so far tonight. Venter stuck in there. Out of play, and it's over to Tucson. Or is it? Marancio works it downfield. Adams cutting inside. Stopped by Cuomo. And it's Akwe from his right back position stepping up. Bolaños. Thompson goes down. Already seeing a pretty physical battle between the two sides. Certainly the drive-in watch party over at El Toro Flicks Carpool Cinema celebrating early in this one. Theme today, tailgating. Some barbecue options along with halftime hot dog eating contest coming up. Through ball, here's where Bolduc is really lethal. On the edge, can't find Terzaghi. He loves those runs to the end line to play the ball back to the center forward. Logue misses the tackle. Kraft unleashes, and it was off maybe the upper chest of Logue. It ends in a corner kick for Richmond. Of course, some appeals for handball in that situation. Ball lofted in, no one there. Cuomo trying to get back to it on this near side, native of Rochester, New York. Now Thompson. One of those players that's just been with the Richmond Kickers a while. His third straight season, played the second half of 2016 with the club as well. And back over to Morancio. Fans, stay up to date on all things FC Tucson by following @FC Tucson on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Look for our app in the App Store and Google Play to access exclusive content. Miguel Hayes to the right over to Venter. So far, Tucson absorbing this pressure with the possession from Richmond. But this is the wide open look of a field that Tucson likes. They didn't really get to play like this against Omaha. The tight dimensions and of course the aggressive style of defense from Jay Mims and the Owls. Something that was concerning for head coach John Gauss. But he was happy with how they composed themselves considering that as we head into our hydration break here for the first half. Between these two sides and Tucson, it's late night on the East Coast, but here they're taking care of everything, up 2-0. Here in the 31st minute. And now let's take a look at what's coming up at halftime for the drive-in watch party over at El Toro Flicks Carpool Cinema. They'll have that hot dog eating contest and a lot on the line. I heard season tickets for 2021 could be in order along with a jersey. So what would you do to eat a bunch of hot dogs? Well, that could be your fit if you're an FC Tucson fan. But tailgating the theme tonight, and for sure head over to the FC Tucson website, over to their ticket section and check out the upcoming promos. So plenty of opportunities to join in on the fun with the Cactus Pricks as they cheer on FC Tucson from afar in downtown, away from, fortunately, Keno North Stadium. And a look at those upcoming promotions. Teacher Appreciation Night will be back with you a week from today. Same start time, along with that team poster giveaway on the 12th and plenty of other opportunities to get involved here with FC Tucson. But on the press conference yesterday, club president Amanda Powers saying that they've had some great success with this event, seeing many cars involved. And they can fit up to maybe around 120 there for the event. So certainly some tickets still available for those dates to come. I'd like to welcome them into our broadcast along with those tuning in to CBS 6.3 over in the River City. Frustrating start for those in the Red Army. But totally the opposite for FC Tucson, as they look to jump up the table here today. They have that 2-4 record, but really keep in mind they had the 5 road matches out of their first 6. They get a lot of that out of the way, and they will finish out their season mostly here at home. And you pair that along with many of these teams throughout League One having to make cross-country trips over to Tucson. With a lot of matches packed into a short amount of time here with this 16-match schedule, a shortened pandemic season. Through ball, finding Shaq Adams. Met by Venter. Adams, covered well by the former Tucson center back. Summersall. Cuts inside, Liotti. Trying to stay alive around McGall. Hayes' flag was up. Where's Tucson also celebrating their 10th anniversary as a club this season. Even more of an opportunity to get involved. Spent most of their time in USL League 2. Really successful club in their division, making the Western Conference Final a few times. Joining USL League 1 last season. Fortunately, did finish in 8th overall, scoring 35 goals. Dennis there, falling right into Summersall. Now Kraft trying to keep it alive. Silva in there against Terzaghi, and he goes down. This ball tackled out, and it is a goal kick for Morancio. Silva down the flank, targeting Liotti. Now Bolduc take it down. And it will go to Richmond. Far out strike, blocked in the end. We saw Cuomo last week put really two tough ones on Dallas J from outside the box. He likes that range. Here Terzaghi puts it in. Morancio off his line, grabs it. Terzaghi 5 goals this season for the Argentine, 27 years old. He's had a great ability early in matches. Really can work well with his footwork in those tight areas. Now Dennis, that deflected. On back to Fitzgerald, who lost it a bit there on the knuckler. Richmond so far tonight enjoying about 50% of the possession. It's an even split despite what we've seen so far, as Terzaghi puts it out wide. Here's Bolduc, overlapping, Akwe. Akwe puts it in, deflected up and out of play off of Logue. It's a corner kick for the Richmond Kickers. It's number 2 on the day. Kickers averaging a goal and a half a game this season. 1-1-1 record on the road so far. Ball whipped in, a good look at this one. Knocked up there, still in play, Silva. Kraft settles it well. Cross back in. Morancio there, he'll grab onto it. Mexican keeper taking it in. Entering today, Tucson. They are tied 9th if you look at the table, but real standings, points per game, they are tied 7th. 1 point per match. Liotti. 1v1, McGall Hayes there, can't get by the Brazilian. Still alive there, Calvo, the right back all the way up. Thompson plays it on back. Long ball, Silva on the way back, tracking towards Bolduc. Not created chances this season. And he loses the battle to Silva. That's the play John Gallis has loved to see from the 18-year-old. Now Akwe back in there across. Bolaños whiffs. But this will be brought back. Is that a penalty? Indeed it is. Another penalty awarded. On the initial collision, Terzaghi went down saying he was grabbed. We'll have to take a look at this one on the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Akwe. A big break for the Richmond Kickers as Terzaghi steps up trying to find goal number 6 on the season. Doesn't matter how he got it, he has been awarded the penalty. Terzaghi flicks it in there past Morancio. One back for Richmond. And that takes him to the top of the Golden Boot race now with his 6 tallies. A look at the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Morancio just choosing the wrong side there. So these two sides, they like their 2-1 results. Well, we have that in our first half as Terzaghi strikes for his 6th of the season in the 40th minute. A PK apiece, and the difference right now, that Adams tally on the transition. And now officially our first match in League One this season with 2 PKs. Adams, does he want more? Shaq Adams puts it wide. Nearly the same spot as his earlier tally. Trying to find number 5 on the season. A look at the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Liotti seeing the speed of Adams. Almost found another. Adams, former man out of Florida Gulf Coast for his collegiate play. 23 goals and 16 assists there in his 4 years. Some time in USL League 2 as well for the 21-year-old, playing with Nashville U23 and Sounders U23 last year. He'll actually be celebrating his 22nd birthday coming up on Monday. Tommy Silva trying to find the gap there. Adams finding the ball instead. Adams cutting inside. Still Adams. End line goes down. Is there a second penalty against Richmond? No, there is not. Shaq Adams will be checked on, but it seemed they were motioning for a goal kick. Adams on the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Went down there, and the question is, did McGallhays make contact? Akwe says no. Adams slow to get up after that tumble. He has been so lethal on this left wing tonight. So, no PK. Out of play on the near side. Richmond trying to move quickly. Alarcon. Almost giving it back now. Howe. Summersall. Another former Florida Gulf Coast man. Cleared by Thompson and Bolaños. Logue takes it back from Terzaghi, the center back stepping up. No one wants it there. It was a back pass to Silva. And now the transition alive for the kickers. Bolaños barely keeping that in play, and a good tackle out by Calvo. And he'll win the throw-in. Calvo, the native out of Costa Rica. As Dennis tries to chip this one in, but it's out of play. Now let's check out this recent foul that led to the PK for Richmond and see what happened. As Akwe stepped up here, found the opportunity on the cross. And Terzaghi went down there battling against the Tucson back line, and the penalty was awarded. Terzaghi. Knocked back by Ramon Howe. Now Cuomo. Bolduc. Ball sent in, knocked back. Calvo saved it, still alive and out. Marancio goes down, collision with Calvo and Terzaghi.
The fourth official on the field has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage
2 minutes of stoppage
time.
time here from North Stadium as Marancio takes a breather and maybe Logue arguing. Of course, our stoppage time presented by Reitscher. Marancio and Tucson, they gave up that PK, but at the end of the day, they are leading 2-1. Flicked on by Alarcon, brought down by Thompson. That's a foul. Now Tucson can move the troops up the field with about a minute left in our stoppage time. An interesting first half, to say the least. Stay with us. We'll take you through all the Week 8 highlights so far in League 1 coming up during our halftime. Already one match in the books tonight. Fort Lauderdale splitting the points with Chattanooga in Inter Miami CF Stadium. That was certainly a result that many of the teams in the top half of the table will love. So the Red Wolves not getting the victory, but those same clubs, Omaha, Greenville specifically, maybe hoping for this result to stand. Richmond on the road, down currently. Madison as well last night, throwing their hat a bit more into the ring. But their 4-0 victory over New England 2. Giveaway at the back. Terzaghi on the run. Beat getting back there. Tries to take him down. Terzaghi stays up. Terzaghi, and what a save by Marancio, poking it wide. A breakdown there by the Tucson back line. And Terzaghi nearly winning it. Kept through the contacts, got the shot off, but just enough there by Marancio to put it wide. One last opportunity in this first half for the away side. Kickers on the corner kick. Ball floated back post. Cuomo. Heavy fall there for Cuomo. For both players, a goal kick awarded. That's how our half will end, but now concern for these two players, as Cuomo landed hard there after the collision. trying to work that ball back into the central area of the box. Another look. Somersault there as well, getting stuck together. And just a heavy fall into his back for Cuomo, as he'll be checked on by the trainer. A thumbs up for Somersault. But Gianluca Cuomo is still down, the midfielder for Richmond. As we head into the halftime, we'll keep an ear out for updates on Cuomo as we head into the second half. It's going to be a 2-1 lead for Tucson as they try to pull the upset on the table here this weekend in League One over Darren Sawatsky's Richmond Kickers. Coming up, our Right Shirt halftime report here from Tucson. 2-1 to the men in black here 45 minutes in.
Lately, we've all faced difficult choices. We sacrifice. We choose to stay home, to connect, not to be stuck in our fears. And when we choose each other, life gets better. We choose to be here when you need us, to support you during hard times. We choose strength and hope. We choose you.
Time when I went traveling through the night, when I woke up to my surprise, saw a sliver of big, big sky.
Welcome back here into Tucson. You saw the promo in our break right there for the drive-in watch parties. Here's a look at the schedule ahead for them. Plenty of home options here to join in on the fun for FC Tucson. Coming up next Saturday night, we'll have for you that North Texas battle on ESPN+. Also Teacher Appreciation Night, along with a team poster giveaway there for you at the drive-in watch party. Head over to fctucson.com/tickets to join in on the celebration. Now let's check out our highlights from Week 8 so far here in USL League One. We'll begin on Thursday. Orlando hosting North Texas. Early PK opportunity once again this season for Oscar Romero. He puts it in just like he did at Fort Lauderdale earlier in the campaign. But Orlando City B, they'd fight back for that point, saying with the play here as it was Quintero in the end, putting it in to split the points with North Texas. That's a result many teams in League One will love to see, as both teams unable to rise here in the table in 2020 so far. Forward Madison, well, to say the least, they took it to New England 2 last night. Michael Banks steal in the back, pokes it home to start things off, 1-0 for the Flamingos. And really a troubled look for New England 2. A lot of mistakes leading to opportunities for Forward Madison. Ovale, a cannon there in his debut, coming off the bench for Forward Madison. We know how important he was to Toronto FC2 last year. They get him on loan, and he'll be quite the addition to the holding midfield in there, along with Eric Leonard for the second half of the campaign for the men in pink out there in the state of Wisconsin. That made it 3-0 late on. Another one added on by Boychik to get number 13 on the season for Forward Madison. Clint Piet and his side blanked for a second straight time, 4-0. They're back at home on Wednesday against the Red Wolves, trying to bounce back, of course, and get out of the basement here in the League One table. Now, Greenville Tormenta, they did another edition of their rivalry last night in Statesboro. Lachlan McLean stepping up in his start and putting that one in on the assist from the former Tormenta man and Alex Morrell, leading Greenville in the created chances category this season. He'd find a tally as well. Watch this through ball and Lyle McLean back over, and Alex Morel on his former home field getting one in. But Chad Arslan, oh, he loves to score against the Triumph. His third goal in his League One career, and guess what? His third in his League One career against the Triumph. What a cannon, getting the help from the home woodwork, but not enough to get one by the Triumph. 3 points to Greenville as they're back in their winning ways. 19 points on the table. They stay in first place for another weekend. Earlier tonight, Fort Lauderdale causing some trouble early for the Red Wolves. Ball lofted in, and Sammy Gadiri getting enough of a touch from a Red Wolf to get that ball in the back of the net for the own tally. Chattanooga, though, they'd find some power from their Brazilian central midfielder as the cross would eventually come in here from Ro Pineda. Walefi, oh, what a strike. Top left corner to get the point split on the road for Chattanooga. 7 matches played, 9 points on the table for the Red Wolves. And that takes us into tonight, 2-1 at the break in our Right Shore halftime report. A reminder, using advanced technology, you can shop rates online with over 40 different insurance companies in less than 60 seconds. Visit rightshore.com today to get your free quote. We'll be back with more news and notes from around the USL.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Tries to turn. Boyce comes in, back post. Boyce opens the scoring this evening.
A little give and go to Blante now, working on Jackson, centers. That's gonna be knocked away.
Change with Haley Belton. Adams turns, faces goal, takes a shot. 1-1 at Warner Park. Just have to convert more on their chances. Can they convert now? FC Tucson saved by Howard. Adams got in there. He deals with a corner kick coming in from Ricky Ruiz. Center of the box, Zacharias. Red Wolves strike early.
On the run. Top of the box. Flicked on, and a diving stop by Jay.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Here to Tucson, news and notes from around League One. Again, head online to USLLeague1.com. Vote for the August Player of the Month as that is ongoing. Player of the Week honors going to Marky Hernandez. A brace in that 4-0 win for his side over New England 2. A couple Richmond kickers out there, and Kraft and Terzaghi on the Team of the Week for USL League One. And our scoreboard presented by Clear Channel. Those results we just went through for you. Fort Lauderdale and Chattanooga splitting the points earlier this evening as we get set to check out what that means for the standings. And packed in the middle, Chattanooga, Tormenta, Fort Lauderdale early in there from 5th place on down, separated by 4 points. Our upcoming schedule presented by Sheridan Tucson, your modern escape, a classic gem located in the center of the city, providing the highest quality hospitality experience. The official hotel sponsor of FC Tucson, taking care of visiting teams when they come to play. Their passion and fanhood belong to FC Tucson. Coming up, we'll take you through those League One Player of the Month nominees as we get set for highlights and stats on the other side.
Urgent Specialist is a one-of-a-kind urgent care. Should your visit need extra care, a board-certified specialist is a text, call, or video chat away with the ability to see you right in our facility as you wait, or as a direct admit to the hospital if necessary. With in-house x-rays, labs, and pharmacy, we are prepared to address your healthcare needs in a comprehensive and cost-effective manner. So next time you need urgent care, a checkup, or complete physical, remember Urgent Specialists.
Are you ready to take back control? It starts with a choice. Don't blame the system for their greed, for treating you like a number and not a person, because you have the power to do something about it. Don't make them too big to fail. Make your future too strong to fail. Put your money where your values lie, and take back control.
Break up those two center backs for the triumph as a shot comes. Terzaghi finding the back of the net. Point blank in the box. He has his second goal of the season.
Lopez Esping trying to go over the top, and that one finds the back. He plays it over Hara. What a goal there by Lopez Esping.
Flows quickly, but not quickly enough. And now Hurst in space, in the box alone. 3 goals on the season. Make it 4. Someone get a fire extinguisher for that man.
Shot comes, deflected away, still alive, and there's shot in the back of the net. Vanacore Decker, 2 assists this season, and he has a goal as well now. Guderi cutting inside. Guderi lays it off. Sosa top of the box, fires, and a diving stop by Jay, keeping this clean sheet alive. Let's check out our Vantage West first half highlights, and maybe one of these players will appear in our next month's voting for Player of the Month. Terzaghi early on getting some chances going for the Richmond Kickers. That one wide, but here's the real opening opportunity away from the ball. McGallhays called for the foul inside the box, a PK awarded to Tucson. Stepping up, Fowler Cone trying to find his second of the season. Really nicely taken. Fitzgerald choosing the right side, but getting on by him. Early lead for FC Tucson, 1-0. FC Tucson hoping to find more as they head deeper in the match, and it's the service from Marancio that finds Adams on the run, and he sneaks it home. His 4th consecutive match with a goal. He makes it 2-0. Richmond, they would have their say as the match went on. Silva battling free for that one, but then given right back. Wahab Akwe stepping up to put the ball in a dangerous spot. Service in and beat, colliding with Terzaghi, and Terzaghi wins a penalty. The second awarded in tonight's match. The Argentine getting one at the spot for himself to put in by Marancio. 2-1. That was the final goal of that first half. But Tucson, they've had opportunities as the match has gone on to try to find another tally, an insurance one. Adams, a culprit on many of them, this time trying to find the penalty, but he doesn't win it that time. Pretty even battle overall on the scoreline. It's been a fun one tonight if you're staying up on the East Coast, but all the energy set here in Tucson along with the drive and watch party in downtown as Tucson with a 2-1 lead over the Richmond Kickers. They've had their chances on the either side, but the real thing is how will Gallus and Sawatsky approach the second half in terms of adjustments on the field, and you have to keep an eye on Gianluca Cuomo as well, as he went down just before halftime after a heavy collision in the box. Hopefully he is doing all right to continue in tonight's match. Well, first 45, 2 PKs, 3 goals. We'll see what the second 45 has in store, to say the least, here for us in Tucson. Of course, Tucson tied 9th on the table entering today. Tied 7th in terms of points per game. Richmond, they're 2nd on the table, 1st in terms of points per game, just ahead of Greenville after getting the victory over the Triumph last weekend. There's Terzaghi, got it at the PK spot, and with that goal, he is your Golden Boot leader at this point in League One with his 6 tallies. Adams, if he's able to find a second in the second half, he would be tied 2nd in that Golden Boot race. Right now at 5 goals apiece. In second are Greg Hurst of Chattanooga, Lopez Espin of Fort Lauderdale. Tucson, again, their first home match in about a month here in Tucson. After today, they will have 4 of the next 5 at home, seeing the likes of New England, North Texas, Madison, and Fort Lauderdale here in Arizona. The one they go on the road for is at North Texas. But other than Madison, all those teams in the middle or bottom of the table. So a real opportunity for Tucson to rise up. Luke Pavone, as you can see, on for the second half as he comes on for Cuomo, who is leaving after that injury we saw at the end of the first half. We're underway, second 45 from Tucson as the Richmond Kickers under Darren Sawatsky try to fight for some points here on the road. Keep pace with Greenville at the top. Ball sent in, Pavone the hold up, given back to Terzaghi. He goes down. Lofted right side and out of play. Right short substitution as Luke Pavone comes in for Cuomo. This does change the Richmond Kickers formation a little bit, with Terzaghi dropping back to more of a number 10 slot in the midfield. Liati the other way. Shot comes, but out of play. Fitzgerald will take this goal kick. A reminder, 3 opportunities to pause a match for your 5 subs, and that does not include halftime, so that will not count against the Richmond Kickers. Luke Pavone on after starting the last few matches at that number 9 role, emerged in practice for Darren Sawatsky as someone to fill that role, something he did need up there. Still trying to gain ground in that role on the side. Wants to see a little bit more opportunity from him in his pressing attack when not in possession to set up his teammates. Terzaghi. Howe coming back and getting enough on that one to slow down the opposing striker. This is where you do have to watch Matt Bolduck. If he gets that service on the near side, that open gap between he and Silva, luckily there for Tucson, Silva did get the ball right to him. Now Adams going through the traffic, lays it off Charlie Dennis. Dennis to the right flank. Alarcon. Alarcon service in, too light there. Magal Hayes, heavy touch. Brazilian will work this out. It's a throw in for FC Tucson. The Tucson a win today. They would move up for a tie in 5th with Tormenta and Chattanooga at 9 points. Richmond getting the ball back here. Richmond a win, and they would hold at 2 matches in hand and 3 points behind Greenville. Now Ramon Howe. Howe making 12 appearances, 1 goal for Tucson last season after joining the side in late June. Notable name for 2 years with Des Moines Menace, one of the top USL League 2 sides. 3 goals in 19 appearances in 2016-2017. This ball, did it stay in play? No, it did not. Goal kick for Fitzgerald. Look at Tommy Silva, one of the great young prospects here in USL League 1. Left back at 18 years old. Actually leads the team entering today in blocks with 5. making start number 4 today. McGall-Hayes moving back over towards Thompson. It's back over to the keeper Fitzgerald at 33 years old. 2 clean sheets this season. He's only allowed 4 goals entering today. Of course, that changing to 6. It's 2 of the 6 goals entered today this season given up by Richmond. Given up by Matt Broomall, who had to come in for the second half against Greenville back on July 25th. Howell. Certainly not a place Tucson has been in this season, really. Trying to work with the lead here and hold on to 3 points at home. See how they handle it. They were really high flying on the offense, the counterattack in that first half. The Rocket, Longden, not in the 18 today to bring some more speed off the bench like Shaq Adams. You may see a new face for them in Darius Lewis, though he is in the 18, listed as a winger. A young player at 20 years old. Richmond making an addition of their own in Olex Anderson, someone Sawatsky says can play at the 9 or on the wings at the 7 or 11 positions. Someone he's familiar with from his days in the Sounders system. 2016 made 15 appearances for the Seattle Sounders. Played in 2015 with Seattle 2, now Tacoma Defiance. Ball lofted in, Alarcon almost there. Thompson works it out for a corner kick for the home side. Alarcon heading over for this Vantage West Credit Union corner kick opportunity. Here on the replay, Silva all the way up the wing, was finding a volleyed opportunity for the Spaniard. Corner kick here in the 51st, presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Charlie Dennis on the end of this one. Lofted in, no one there. Around Kyle Venter, he heads it away. Venter on this field last season, 4 goals, 1 assist in 23 starts for FC Tucson under Sawatsky. Venter going to school at University of New Mexico, native of Colorado. Certainly his area of the country. Calvo trying to step up there, but it's given back. Kyle Logue. Last with Finn Harps. 2019, 2018 alone there as he played over across the pond. At a play, it's a goal kick for Fitzgerald. Anderson, that addition for the Richmond Kickers for the later stages of the season. Has had some international play for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 28 caps for his native country, 13 goals. Made 4 appearances for them in CONCACAF Nations League B. Played over in Group D, second place finish behind Suriname. Means they're part of that new Gold Cup qualification stage in CONCACAF. Richmond on the attack. Sent in, low cross, knocked back. Calvo and Tucson hanging strong. Picking up 1.5 goals per game, tied 7th in the league. Dennis called for the foul against Riley Kraft. We're headed the other way. Late touch there behind Kraft as he retreated on the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Scott Thompson over the ball, the New Jersey native. Lofted in, Terzaghi off his head but the wrong way. It's back to mid-pitch. Thompson after it, won a College Cup at the University of Virginia. There's Darren Sawatsky, longtime member of the Seattle Sounders organization as a player, and then as their youth development director, U23 head coach. A lot of say in the current Tucson squad. These were a lot of guys, they were actually scouting for future opportunities with FC Tucson. John Gallus now overseeing. Summersall, one of those players that was on FC Tucson last season. Tommy Silva cutting in around Aquay. Silva floats it, deflected. Opportunity back across. Howell unable to find Adams, and Fitzgerald will get the goal kick.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
Silva once again almost finding an opportunity for a teammate in the right side of the box. Howell, the Jamaican midfielder, 25 years old. Aquay floats it, knocked up by Silva. Bolduc in the area. Good work by Tommy Silva, having a solid outing tonight against Bolduc. And the flag was up on the far side. Again, our head official for tonight's proceedings, Alan Martinez Loyola. So far, Silva leading Tucson defensively with 3 clearances, 1 interception. As Thompson goes down on the far side. It will be Bolaños that takes his throw in. Will be a free kick for Richmond here in the 57th. Through ball here. Good opportunity and a great tackle by Beek. His first match back since the first 2 starts of the season. Liati almost getting around Magal Hayes, but it's back over with Richmond here in minute 57. Aquay. This is the possession-based attack that Sawatsky has wanted to see. Certainly not in the circumstances here, down 2-1.
I love we got him live.
Terzaghi. Howell, the interception. Adams, quick turn. Dennis will work the right flank. Over to Alarcon. Alarcon working against Thompson. Deflected, out of play. Corner kick to Tucson. Third corner kick of the match for FC Tucson. Presented by Vantage West Credit Union. So they handled this one. They did get that PK in the first half off of a corner kick. Will be Dennis once again taking this opportunity in minute 59. A brief talking to as well. We had some physical battle, to say the least, in that first half between the two sides. Dennis, at the last 3 years in the Tormento organization, lining up for this one. Ball lofted in, headed back by Falk. Silva keeping the attack going, at least trying to, but too heavy of a touch. A throw in on the near side. Akwe with the throw-in. Alarcon back all the way to his keeper, Morancio. He steps up off the line. Morancio, 2 saves so far tonight. Foul called, free kick for Tucson. That was the second PK they've allowed this season. They gave up 1 at Orlando in that 4-1 victory. Logue tipped out of play, and that gives Silva a throw-in. Dennis offering some help. Upcoming sub, it seems, for FC Tucson, and some white kits coming over as well for Richmond. This will be a free kick at midfield for FC Tucson, and maybe an opportunity for the substitutions as well, presented by Right Shore. It seems they will be coming on. As we see, one of the more creative players there for FC Tucson in Ellie Velton with 2 assists, 3 created chances this season. Ramon Howe will make way in the midfield. For a player who started as a fullback this season for Tucson, but moved up more to a number 10 role with that number 6 kit. That presented by Right Shore. There's no substitution for the Right Insurance. So the Brazilian 24-year-old is on. Silva towards the box, and ball is called. Ellie Velton. This is his first time playing professionally outside of Brazil on loan this season. Talk about his contributions offensively, but defensively, second on the team with 14 clearances. Richmond, it looks like, will work their own Right Shore substitutions.
2 subs for the Richmond kickers, number 9 and number 10 in, number 17 and number 18 out.
Akwe and Bolaños making way.
Yeah, 9 came in.
So an offensive substitution, to say the least, for Darren Sawatsky as Mawape comes on in our Right Shore substitution, along with Stanley Alves, who's seeing his second appearance of the season after working off an injury from the preseason. Foul called, free kick on the far side. Mawape certainly will offer some creative ability on the wing with his 7 created chances, 1 assist in his previous 6 appearances. We'll get into Stanley Alves in a moment after this free kick opportunity for FC Tucson. Ball whipped in, headed on by Beek, but out of play. Goal kick for Fitzgerald. Stanley Alves, number 9 kit, he'll line up in that spot towards the top of the formation. He's a player that Darren Sawatsky was very excited about in that preseason session. Unfortunately, Alves picking up a knock just before the season started. But he was one of the better finishing players on the team for the Kickers and one of the better players set for game time this season. But unfortunately, Sawatsky saying that injury took him a few steps back. Now as he gets to return now, other players ahead of him in terms of their playing ability and impressing, of course, the coaching staff. But Alves getting his opportunity last week in the second half against Greenville and getting the opportunity here today against Tucson. Sawatsky previously telling me Alves is one of the better finishers he's seen his time as a coach and development director at the Sounders. Here comes Tucson. Dennis over to Liotti. Liotti towards the box, fires, and Fitzgerald down to his left side to make the save. Liotti down, but getting some help from Venter on back up. Mwape, Fitzgerald working quickly the other way, but kickers will slow things down. Back behind Bolduc. It's a very interesting look for Richmond as we take a look at the Vantage West Credit Union replay. A good pass by Dennis, leading Liotti into the shot, but also McGallhays right there to cause the off-target approach. It did go on frame, though, into the arms of Fitzgerald. But now with the changes on the field, Pavone more on the right side, Bolduc more as a right back to launch up the wing, as Alves and Terzaghi take a step further up the field. Not something we've seen Sawatsky do yet this season. As Kraft leads into the pass to Alves, and he'll win a corner kick there from Logue. The Boston native, his second appearance of the season, getting a set-piece opportunity for his teammate Riley Kraft. Native of Roseville, Virginia, now at 22 years old. Good appearances for Richmond last year, signed late in August for what they hoped was a playoff run, but they did finish in 9th last year. Certainly a big rebound, contention at the top of the table this time around. Headed back over. Logue just tall enough to get to that one. Eli Velton now on the ball. The Brazilian stepping up, looking at his options. Adams lofting this one, but the white kit's getting back for the kickers. Flicked on, Terzaghi was offsides, as Morancia will step up to get this back into play. "67 minutes in, 2-1 lead for Tucson. Tough spot there, but handled well by Beek. Now Eli Velton. Liotti. Quick turn goes down. Great footwork from the center forward. It's a free kick. Look at the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Watch this touch. Dragged back and brought down, winning the foul. Logue. Knocked back by Kraft. Here's Mwape. Silva having quite the night. Wins it back on the throw-in. FC Tucson fans, make sure you check out the 3, 5, or 7 game flex packs for the next drive-in watch party. Saturday, September 12th, home game will be Teacher Appreciation Night, and Wednesday, September 16th is Teresa Frontline Workers Night. Please reach out to sales@fctucson.com or call 520-600-3095. Of course, also head over to fctucson.com/tickets. Of course, plenty of cars packed into the El Toro Flicks Carpool Cinema right now, tuning in to the action here on ESPN Plus. I'm Chris Bukoviak here. Eli Velton, top of the box. Alves on the run, but out of play at midfield. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for FC Tucson or the Richmond Kickers, and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on your team's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Again, we'll be back with you Next Saturday, same start time as FC Tucson hosts North Texas SC. Richmond Kickers, meanwhile, next Saturday, they will be at the Chattanooga Red Wolves for a 1 p.m. Eastern time start. Chattanooga, that'll be their second match of the week, facing New England 2 Wednesday night up in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Meanwhile, here it's Alarcon with a free kick opportunity, puts it in there, past everyone, and over to Bolduc. Wape. Bolduc trying to get out of the back. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Of course, both these sides hoping they'll be on Sirius XM radio for that League One final on Halloween. Richmond in a good spot in the table, but Tucson proving maybe something tonight. They can rise up. They're at 6 points after 6 matches played. This home stretch could be pivotal for them to get back into the discussion. Thompson will have the throw in. Darren Sawatsky said it to us this week in a phone call that, you know, in the current landscape of League One with how competitive it is, doesn't see maybe a team with 5 losses getting into that final, so he knows how important this is for FC Tucson, especially for them to come out with the energy tonight. That's what we've seen. Late foul called there on Dennis. As there'll be a free kick, dangerous opportunity here for the Richmond Kickers. Riley Kraft on top of the ball. He's on the end of the last 2 game-winning goals for the Richmond Kickers, but this time he's trying to serve it up. Another striker in there in Alves this time around. One-man wall, Alarcon is there. Type of angle we saw Arturo Rodriguez score on last year in League One for North Texas. Wouldn't be out of the question for Kraft to have a go. Try to bend it in here with his right boot. Whipped on over, can't find Magal Hayes. It's out for a goal kick. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. 73rd minute, getting deeper and deeper into this second half as Pavone tries to flick this forward. Through ball, stopped in its tracks by Beek. Tucson this season only allowing 1 goal in the final 30 minutes of matches. They allowed 8 in the first 60. It's been pretty solid at the end of matches this season despite their 2-4 record. Wape goes down. Ellie Velton called for the foul. Free kick to Richmond as the sub on is called for the infraction. Wape, Thompson. It will be Mwape that approaches this 3-man wall for FC Tucson. Mwape, no goals this season, but had 2 strikes for Richmond in last year's campaign in his 23 appearances. 24-year-old standing over the ball. Wape fires, but over the fence there. Past Morancio. Wape, good pedigree in USO League 2 with the Charlotte Eagles and Ocean City Nor'easters. Played his college soccer in the NAIA with Lindsey Wilson College, putting up some impressive totals. And one match remains in our Week 8 League 1 action. Union Omaha back at Warner Park against Orlando City B. It's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, of course on ESPN+. Keep in mind, quite the turnaround for Orlando City B. They played on Thursday, 1-1 draw at home against North Texas, and now traveling out to Nebraska. Face off with Jay Mims and his Owls. The side that is the last undefeated side in League 1. Back to the top from Liotti, and it was Venter in time to bring that down away from Adams. Kraft, 15 minutes remain for Richmond. Richmond. Silva getting the stop there with the header away. Mwape back on the right foot though. Try to get the cross, and it will be cleared by Logue. Throw in as Bolduc steps up. His right back slot. And it will be our hydration break here. 76th minute, 2-1 lead for FC Tucson here at home. As both sides will try to collect themselves for the final 14 minutes plus stoppage time of play here from Keno North Stadium. Now let's check out what's happening over in downtown Tucson at the drive-in watch party. A look at our upcoming promotion nights for FC Tucson at the drive-in watch party at El Toro Flicks. Carpool Cinema, again, Teacher Appreciation Night, the team poster giveaway. Coming up next week, the Fuerza Frontline Workers Night as well on the 16th. But plenty of home matches to check out. Get involved. Head over to fctucson.com to check out those flex ticket plans along with those single opportunity tickets. Look at the Richmond Kickers trying to regroup themselves. Down 2-1 here in the break. Not a homecoming welcome here for Darren Sawatsky, to say the least, and Kyle Venter. Two subs, as you can see, for Tucson getting ready. We're hearing it is Godoy getting set to come on. Another attacking presence. He was a starter to begin the season, but job has been won by Liotti of late. As we will restart with a throw-in for Bolduc. And now a discussion here maybe about those substitutions. As Alarcon coming off the field is one of those substitutions. On will be Josh Cohn, 22-year-old. College career, spending time at Pittsburgh and Marquette. And then there will also be Godoy coming on, and maybe let's have one more as Charlie Booth is lined up as well there. Godoy will be on for Liadi. Godoy, 6 goals, 7 assists last year for Orange County. 2017 Big West Offensive Player of the Year in college. And those substitutions presented by Right Shore. And remember, there's no substitution for the Right Insurance for the right center back. Sam Beek comes off after he's back on the field for the first time in a few matches. A solid start for him, as it will be Charlie Booth taking his role on the back line. 6'3" center back out of Concord, Massachusetts. Spent last year with the Flint City Bucks, winning the USL League 2 title in his 16 appearances. That is now his 4th appearance here, 2020. Out of play and over to Tucson here in minute 80. Sam Beek, his night ends, 1 clearance, 2 interceptions for him.
Hey Dave, you there, Helly? Dave. So you haven't gotten paid for that first game you did.
Header up. Summersall. Clearing it. A foul is called on the Tucson midfielder, and it's a free kick to Richmond. Wape lofts this one in. Great opportunity, and on wide by Terzaghi. Goal kick for Marancio. Richmond this season finding just 1 tally late in the match in the final 15 minutes. We'll need one here to steal some points on the road. All 3 of our goals happening in the first half if you're just joining us. Quick succession there for Tucson. Alarcon from the PK spot. And then Adams on the breakaway, his 4th in 4 matches. Terzaghi, opposite penalty, equalizing on that front from the spot to get him the Golden Boot lead at 6 goals for the league. Now Dennis. Out wide to Adams. Flicks it on. Ellie Velton on the run. So is Moape, and a great run there from the attacking midfielder. Summersall wins it from Alves. And Tucson will enjoy this a bit. As you can see, the success for Tucson in the final 15 minutes of matches. 2 of those goals, of course, coming in the opener against Fort Lauderdale, a 9-man Fort Lauderdale side that I'm sure John Gallus will never forget as his debut as a head coach for FC Tucson. Wape. Stuck there a bit against Silva. Tucson staying very compact with a 4-4-2 look defensively, as Richmond trying to break them down. Find that equalizer here late on. Bulldog. Oh, great through ball. Terzaghi on the run in the box. Terzaghi fires a kick save by Marancio. Silva trying to clear. He will. Second huge save of the night by Marancio, and it stays 2-1. That sneaky ability on the Vantage West Credit Union replay from Terzaghi. The right boot, the savior right now for the 3 points of Tucson. McGallhays now testing that left flank. A good run from Thompson, met by Cone, and it is cleared by Booth, but not far enough. Contact there, and I believe that's Godoy That's taking a moment now on the field. A look at Morancio. Might be up for save of the week in the league with that one. Have to take another look on the Vantage West Credit Union replay at that one. Not only is it a beautiful through ball, but met by the save. Logue heads it on. Tucson moving up the field. Adams, the early goal scorer on the run, trying to get by Venter. Adams, a little bit too quick for himself on the ball. He will get the corner though. Indeed he does. Corner kick opportunity for Ellie Velton here in minute 85. This corner kick presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Ellie Velton service in low, trying to be flicked back by Dennis. He goes down. Not much made of the opportunity. Service over the top. Here's Terzaghi. Goal kick for Tucson. Terzaghi, Golden Boot leader here in League One, and we saw why with that through ball opportunity. Right now, Morancio's right foot, the difference in this match, along with that Adams tally. In the first half, McGullhays sends it back into play. Right now, this would be a big result for Union Omaha fans and Greenville Triumph fans alike. Get a second loss in the column for Richmond. Look back through our League One slate so far. We began with Orlando City B and North Texas getting a point each. We'll finish tomorrow with Union Omaha and OCB, an 8 p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPN+. As Omaha tries to take advantage of maybe a slip up tonight by Richmond. They have plenty of time to have a different say, though, here in the 88th. This is the first time Richmond has given up 2 goals since that season opener against the Triumph. They've been on a stellar run, 5 straight unbeaten. That includes 4 straight victories. And that's the type of run John Gallus wants his side to make. They're able to get the 3 points starting tonight, 4 of their next 5 here at home. Get a reminder, next match coming up for Tucson. Next Saturday, same start time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 here locally in Tucson. North Texas, another team that likes to spread it out on the field. That should be another fun one for us. Another team just like Tucson, very hungry for points. Go up the table. Nice through ball here on the opportunity. Chip back, Godoy's there. His shot drawing a foul as his Leg went into Venter there on the follow through. Here in the 89th, and Venter hobbling, trying to work this off quickly so his side can have a chance. And here a debutant for FC Tucson. It will be Darius Lewis, the forward, making his debut for the club. Most recently playing in the Faroe Islands Premier League. Along with that, made an appearance in an Europa League qualifying match before that time with Philadelphia Union Academy. 21 goals over his 3 years there. From the U16s on up to U19s. One cap for his national team of Trinidad and Tobago. In a friendly back in November of 2019. Scored 2 goals in that match. That substitution, sponsored by Right Shore, of course. Remember, there's no substitute for the Right Insurance. This ball lofted over the top. Calvo met by Thompson, out of play, throwing for Tucson as we hit our stoppage time.
The fourth official has indicated there will be an additional 5 minutes.
5 minutes of stoppage time here in Tucson, presented by Right Shore. Adams coming out of the match for Darius Lewis. Native of Florida at 20 years old. Now getting some touches on the ball for the first time. Adding yet another threat off the bench for John Gallus. Normally we see Darrell Longden in this role, the Rocket, but he is unavailable tonight in the 18. Silva will take the throw in, trying to burn off as much time as possible. It's been a fun one tonight, to say the least, as that went way out of play. Fitzgerald trying to move quickly. Some confusion as well. Kraft and Richmond trying to build up the field. Now Terzaghi. Bulldog back in. Moranci off his fingertips, still alive. Kraft deflected back, still there. Headed off the line. Oh, Esteban Calvo to the rescue. Absolute brilliance from the right back on the Vantage West Credit Union replay. Fingertip stop there off his line, Morancio. Mwape on the volley. And what would have been a goal of the week nomination, Calvo comes up with the block. Corner kick, Kraft headed on and in. It's Richmond that equalizes after all of that here in stoppage time. Drama in Tucson. Kraft the service in, and flying through is Victor Falk. And the Tucson backline left looking around as he was unmarked, flying through. Falk with his first of the season on the set piece. And that's our first goal of the second half, and it's the equalizer Richmond has been looking for. Is there one more goal left in this game? Silva Dennis, cross back in, volleyed away. Hearing a yellow card was given to the Richmond bench after that goal. As Kraft wins it back. Is there more left in this for the Kickers? Mawape can't get there in time. That yellow card presented by Vantage West Credit Union as Dennis stuck in the corner now. Lewis trying to make the turn, he does, puts it over, but past everyone. Josh Cohn trying to save it. Calvo headed away and out. There's life in it for Tucson, trying to get back on top. Ellie Velton to the corner flag. Corner kick presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Can Tucson respond with a set piece goal of their own here in stoppage time? At the death, service in. Foul called on Silva as Mawape goes down. Unfortunately, he's still down. And weirdly enough, that's how our match ends. An equalizer in stoppage time. Victor Falk equalizing late. And Darren Sawatsky and the Richmond Kickers keep their streak alive. 6 unbeaten now. They salvage a point late in this match. 2-2 the scoreline. And our final score presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Tucson and Richmond split the points. Now let's check out our man of the match presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Shaq Adams getting that goal in the first half. And almost getting the 3 points for FC Tucson. But for Shaq Adams, his 4th straight match with a goal. And a great young talent here in USL League One to keep an eye on. But it is Richmond that gets it done in stoppage time to salvage a point and spoil the party for FC Tucson. We'll be back with full-time highlights and stats coming up from Tucson.
United Way of Tucson in Southern Arizona has joined with community partners to launch the United for Southern Arizona COVID-19 Fund. The fund provides food, baby formula, diapers, health supplies, rental assistance, utilities, child care, and other critical services for those in need. With your support, our community can emerge stronger than ever. Please visit unitedwaytucson.org and click on the donate link. Thank you for helping us live united.
Change. Change leads to opportunity, and opportunity opens doors. Arizona at Work is connecting job seekers with local resources, helping you explore career pathways, access free training, obtain new certifications, and find a job. Together, our network can help you return stronger. Find training programs for new career opportunities at azcommerce.com/returnstronger.
Talk about drama here in Tucson late. It took stoppage time and they needed it. Richmond salvaging at least a point here to extend their unbeaten run to 6 matches. Let's take a look at our save of the match now, presented by Vantage West Credit Union. And for Marancio, he kept the 3 points alive for so long in this match. And we take a look at this opportunity by Terzaghi. The right boot save by Marancio to keep that opportunity alive. One of a number of saves for the Tucson keeper this evening. Marancio getting 3 saves, and of course the help with Calvo a few minutes later to try to keep that lead alive. Well, let's see how it happened tonight in our full match highlights presented by Vantage West Credit Union. We started early and often. Silva the service on the corner kick, but it's off the ball with a foul occur leading to the PK. Liati going down against Magalhaes. Alarcon steps up, his second of the season, powering it on by Fitzgerald. 1-0 in the 10th to FC Tucson, back at home for the first time in about a month. Morancio on this other tally. The goalkeeper assist here on the 1-hop, the 2-hop. It's over to Shaq Adams. Strike with the left boot, and it's 2-0 there in the 15th. Well, Richmond, we know them so well. They've endured so much this season, and they continue to prove us wrong in and out, and they do right here. They got their opportunity, some contact in there. They win the PK. Doesn't matter how you score, you get the goal. And here's what Terzaghi did, put it on by Morancio. 2-1 into halftime. We would continue on to this night. Really a great battle between the two sides. Tucson, they had their chances in this match. 4 shots on target out of their 11 chances. Shaq Adams, he wanted a brace, couldn't find it. Bolduc moved to right back, launched up the wing in the late stages of this match. This opportunity, Morancio the touch, Moape the volley, Calvo at the line. But wait a second, hold the celebration. It's Kraft on the very next play. Quarter kick in. Falk is there and puts his first goal in a Richmond uniform in as a pro for their side. Salvaging a point for Richmond on the road. It ends 2-2. What a battle here tonight. We had that 1 yellow card as well on the Richmond bench during the celebration of that equalizing goal, but bravo to both sides. An incredible match for a neutral soccer fan tuning in tonight to our ESPN Plus broadcast. And our full-time stats stand tall there with plenty of opportunities both sides. 2 exciting teams to keep an eye on as we head forward. Our Clear Channel League One standings updated here. Richmond, 2 matches in hand over the Triumph, but now 5 points back. Still the opportunity to jump Triumph when all said is done for these two sides at 9 even matches, that is. Right now, Greenville, of course, 9 matches just like Tormenta. Tucson, unfortunately, just a 1-point bump up with North Texas, but they will have plenty of opportunities. 4 of their next 5 at home to maybe get the 3 points. Unable to close out tonight, but a great showing for Tucson. Have to be feeling good headed into the rest of this home stretch with 2 early goals. But it is Darren Sawatsky, a homecoming of sorts. Didn't go the way he wanted for 3 points, but of course, able to get a point for his side in the end in stoppage time. Our Vantage West Credit Union final score, FC Tucson 2, Richmond Kickers 2 for our entire crew. I'm Chris Makovic. Have a great night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League